guess as who's going to come out on top over in the Liga this season as we have a three-way race to become champions of Spain. Will it be Barcelona or will it be one of the Madrids? We'll take a look next. That's right, folks, back once again in another prediction video today. It's all about match day number 20, that's right, over in Spain. And we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. You want to subscribe for La Liga, Palmas Rovers, World Football. We're going to, here, under one Ruski. That's right, a bit of a choppy week this past week with only a few teams, few matches going ahead. But what about the shape of the table? We'll take a look at that, of course, and more in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe. You want to shop for Spain, Blackburn Rovers, World Football, La Liga, all here under one Ruski. Also, big shout out to the Patreons, you know who you are, and also big shout out to the members, you know who you are. But what we're going to do now, though, is revisit those handful of games that did take place this past weekend and then kick on forward to this weekend's drama. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back to this past weekend where only a handful of games took place. Now, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm coming at you here only a little bit through this. I'm recording this Saturday afternoon, so a lot of these games still have yet to take place, but I'm trying to get my videos out nice and early. What I do know is Vallecano did pick up a 2-1 win over Celta Vigo. Did not predict that one. Meanwhile, Girona did beat Alavés 1-0. I went with that one, with a 2-1 win myself. Meanwhile, the third game that I do know about was Valladolid. They did beat Rayo Betis, that's right, but that's all I can give you. But the beauty of this is I can record this but edit it later and of course bring you with the rest of the scoreline. So hopefully they should all be in there now, and also the table should update and look as it is in the real world. So take that from what you will. What I can decipher is that Valladolid and Valencia are still in that relegation discussion, and it is a very, very tight title race between the Madrid sides and Barcelona at the top of the table. Of course, the Super Brute also not going to update that for you now, but we'll bring you back up to date with that next weekend. So let's kick on forward to next weekend, which of these round of games are coming at you, starting with Friday, January the 17th. It's Espanyol up against Valladolid, and it's coming at you the RCD Stadion. That's right, it is Espanyol, who are in 18th spot right now, 50 points for the campaign. Now, again, I am recording this early, so a lot of games still to be played from this past weekend, so form, etc., situations in the table might be a little bit different, so just bear with me. But I'm getting the video out to you as best as I can. So as of right now, recording 18th for the table, Espanyol, 15 points for the campaign up against Valladolid, who are 19th in the table with 15 points. Also, they've played each other 42 times since 1994. 17 wins for Espanyol, 12 wins. Valladolid, there's been 13 draws between the two sides, including a draw the last time they played. That's not including a tell a bit of a lie, short lie, small lie there. The last time they played, though, at Espanyol, it was a 3-1 win for Espanyol back in December 2023. It was in the Copa del Rey. Meanwhile, they also played each other this season at Valladolid. It was match number 1, and of course, Valladolid came out on top. The Waste side has not won this game since Valladolid beat Espanyol back in September 2019. Espanyol on the back of that 1-0 loss to Las Palmas. I was before 2025. I was back last year. Valladolid with a 1-0 win over Rayo Betis. That is, of course, fresh off the press, that bad boy. The odds for this one, we are looking at 2017 on is your Espanyol, 50-4 is your Valladolid, and 9-4 is the draw here. All eyes are on that game. Going to go with a 0-0 draw. No one's going to be happy with that, are they? Meanwhile, Osasuna, they're up in action, I believe, up against a Vallecano. I'm looking for it. There it is. This match actually taking place on Sunday. We're a little bit all over the place here. But coming at you right here, right now, Osasuna under Vicente Moreno, 11 for the table, 25 points for the season, just one defeat in the last 6 up against Vallecano under Ignacio Perez. They are unbeaten in the last 6. They are sitting 9th as of recording, 25 points for the season. Now, these two sides will lock corners of the Estadio El Sadar. The previous 30 have been 11 wins apiece and 8 draws. The last time they played each other at this very venue, it was a 1-0 win for Osasuna. Previously, they played each other back in match number 5 this season. It was a 3-1 win for Vallecano, who were coming into this on the back of a 2-1 win over Celta Vigo. That is legit. Meanwhile, Osasuna's last game, according to me, was a 2-1 loss to Tenerife, but they'll be taking on Atletico later on in the this weekend. The odds for this one, we're looking at Osasuna, 6-5 for the Richie, 13-5. Yeah, Vallecano, 2-1 is the draw. This looks like a home win for me. Vallecano, though, are doing good. But back in the home side here. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to Saturday. It's going to be Leganes up against Atletico Madrid. Coming out at the Estadio Municipal de Baratic. Leganes under Borja Jimenez. They are 15th at the table, 18 points for the season. They're on 58% form. 2 defeats in the last 6 up against Atletico Madrid, who have won at least 6 on the spin. They are second, maybe first. Who knows? 41 points for the campaign, 14 times they have played since 2001 with Leganes, 9 wins for Atletico. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Last time they played at Leganes, it was a 1-0 win for Atletico back in August 2019. It's been a long, long time, guys. The reverse fixture for these two was back in October as a 3-1 win for Atletico. Of course, the odds for this one, we're looking at Leganes 6-1 for the Rich United for on. Yeah, Atletico 10-3 is the draw here. Only one winner though. 2-0 winners. Madrid taking the points and moving the chain. Celta Vigo, they're up against Athletic Bilbao on Sunday, January the 19th in the Municipal de Baladeos. Celta Vigo under Claudio Giraldes won 4 of the last 6. They are 12th, 24 points for the season. Up against Athletic Bilbao under Ernesto Valverde, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are sitting pretty in 4th. 36 points for the season. They played each other 55 times since 1993. 14 wins Celta Vigo, 25 wins for Bilbao. There's been 16 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this venue was a 2-1 win for Celta Vigo. And the last 2 at this venue have ended up in favour of Celta Vigo. Bilbao, they're picking up the reverse fixture. 3-1 winners it was in September. Bilbao on the back of a 2-0 Super Cup loss to Barcelona most recently. They are not in action. Oh, I tell a lie. They have got a cup game this week. Meanwhile, what are we looking at on the other end? Celta Vigo on the back of that 2-1 loss to Vallecano quite recently, fresh off the press. Well, the odds here, 70-10 is your Celta Vigo, 9-5 is your Bilbao, 21-10 the away win here. We're going with a 1-0 win. Not pretty, not impressive, but just enough. 3 points and maybe moving into that top 3 discussion. Meanwhile, Getafe up against Barcelona. That's right, coming at you over at Getafe on the 18th of January. Coliseum Alfonso Perez, the venue. Getafe under Pepe Bordalás. They are 17th with 60 points for the season. Won 3, lost 3 over the last 6. Barcelona under Hansi Flick. They've won 3 of the last 6 themselves. 3rd in the table, 38 points for the season. They played each other 43 times since 2004. 4 wins Getafe, 30 wins Barcelona. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this very venue, it was a 0-0 draw. In fact, the last 3 times at this venue, it has ended up all square. Barcelona, though, have yet to concede a goal against Getafe in those last 6. They've won back-to-back at their own place, but they just can't get the result over at Getafe. Getafe on the back of that 1-0 win over Granada in the Cup. They're taking on Las Palmas this weekend. Barcelona on the back of that 2-0 win over Bilbao. They're taking on Real Madrid in the Super Cup final. That's right. They're coming at you this weekend as well. The odds for this one, Getafe 11-2 for the victory, 2-1 on is your Barcelona, 3-1 is the draw here. Going to be a Barcelona victory. They'll get it over the line. 3-1 winners under Hansi Flick. Real Betis up against Alaves, coming at you over at Betis, a.k.a. the Benito Villamaran. Real Betis under Mama Pellegrini, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 10th, 25 points for the season. Up against the Deportivo Alaves, they are 16th for 17 points for the season, winless in the last 6. But they're drawing 4 of the last 6. Played each other 28 times since 1998. 12 wins Real Betis, 8 wins Alaves. There's been 8 draws between the two sides, including back-to-back 0-0s. In fact, 3 of the last 4 have ended up all square. The only victory was when Alaves beat Real Betis in the Copa del Rey back in January, around about this time last year. It was in Deportivo Alaves. So last time around, the Benito Villamaran was a 0-0. Betis on the back of that 1-0 loss to Valladolid. Alaves also losing to Girona most recently. I don't know why I went all French there, but I did. The odds for this one, Real Betis are 10-7 on for the victory, 9-2. Yeah, Alaves 5-2 is the draw here. 2-1 winners. Betis take the points and move the chains. Meanwhile, we go to Madrid once again. It's Real Madrid up against Las Palmas, coming out of the Santiago Bernabeu. Madrid under Carlo Ancelotti are top as of recording, 43 points for the season, 5 wins on the bounce. Up against Las Palmas and Diego Martinez, doing A-OK right now. They are 13th in the table, 22 points for the season, 75% form. They played each other 13 times since the year 2000. 9 wins Madrid, 1 win for Las Palmas. There's been 3 draws between the two sides, including a draw this season at Las Palmas back in August 2024. The reverse fixture, or the last time around, at this venue, 2-0 winners, it was for Madrid back in September 2023. Madrid on the back of that 3-0 win over Mallorca in the Super Cup semi, taking on Barcelona this weekend in a bit of an El Clasico final. Meanwhile, Las Palmas losing to Elche in the Cup, taking on Getafe this weekend as well before this match. 8-1 on is your Madrid, and 60-1 is your Las Palmas, 50-2 the draw here, but no way. No how. 3-1 winners. Real Madrid taking the points and moving the chains into the final 3. It is, of course, Carlos Corbejan's Valencia up against my boys, Real Sociedad, coming out of the Mestalla. Valencia, of course, under Carlos Corbejan. They are 20th, 12 points for the season. Just 1 defeat in the last 4. Up against Real Sociedad under Emmanuel Ingersil. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 8th. 25 points for the season, and have played each other 57 times since 1993. 21 wins for Valencia, 18 wins for Sociedad. There's been 18 draws between the two sides. The last time around at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Real Sociedad, who've won 3 on the spin against Valencia, 3 clean sheets as well. They did pick them up as well, 3-0 winners for Sociedad in the reverse fixture back in September. Sociedad on the back of a 2-0 win over Ponferrada in the Coupe del Rey round of 32. They're taking on Villarreal this weekend. Valencia will be taking on Sevilla. They're probably taking them on right now as we speak. The odds for this one, as we look at it, it is Valencia 27-10 for the victory, 5-4. The away win 19-10 is the draw. I'm probably leaning towards a draw here. New manager bounce somewhat. They are struggling right now. They need to get some results together. I think Valencia will take a point at this moment in time. Meanwhile, Girona, they're up in action against Sevilla on Saturday, January the 18th. Girona under Michel, back-to-back wins, currently 7th in the table, 28 points for the season. Up against Sevilla, they are 14th in the table, 22 points for the season, and just won once in the last 4. They played each other 10 times since 2012. 6 wins Girona, 4 wins Sevilla, 0 draws at the moment. The last time they played each other at this very venue, it was a 5-1 win for Girona back in January 2024. The reverse fixture this campaign, also a 2-0 win for Girona, who've won 6 on their bounce against Sevilla. Girona on the back of that 1-0 win over Alaves, that's hot off the press. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. Sevilla on the back of that 4-1 loss to Almeria in the Cup. The odds for this one, we're looking at, what are we looking at? We are looking at Girona, 6-5 on for the victory, 10-3, yes, Sevilla, 5-2 is the draw. I might be going for another win for, yes, I am. 1-0 winners, Girona taking the points and moving the chains. And finally, we go Villarreal. They're up in action, up against Mallorca on Monday, January the 20th at the Estadio de la Salamanca. Villarreal and Marcelino, back-to-back games now without a loss. They are 5th, 30 points for the season. Up against Mallorca, who are flying high in 6th. 30 points for the season as well under Jogobo Arrasate. Played each other 37 times since 1997. 16 wins Villarreal, 11 wins Mallorca. 10 draws between the two sides, including a draw last time at this very venue. 1-1 back in January 2024. The reverse fixture this campaign was a 2-1 win for Villarreal, who are unbeaten against Mallorca over the last 3, but their last two victories have come at Mallorca. In fact, Villarreal's record against Mallorca at their own place is not great. Back-to-back games without a win. Mallorca on the back of that 3-0 loss to Real Madrid. Of course, they're taking on their next game is this game. Meanwhile, their opposition, Villarreal's next match is against Sociedad. Of course, I'm recording this ahead of time, but this video will probably be dropped after that, if you know what I mean. The odds for this one, then, what are we looking at? Sociedad. What are we looking at? We are looking at Villarreal 5-3 on for the victory, 90-4 euro away win, 27-10 the draw. Back in the hosts to get something out of this. Going to go with a 2-0 win. And Villarreal will take the spoils. That's it, guys. Don't forget to get your own in on the old Super Brew. We'll bring you back up to date with that when I return. But that, my friends, is pretty much what I've got for you. Subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, guys and girls, we are done.